Terror Twins 2-Minute Tailies Presents. Annabelle, Devils on the Run. Part 3, The Retrieval. They arrived just before dusk in a white van with blacked-out windows and no license plates. The words Warren Occult Foundation, Private Transport were on the door. Two agents stepped out. One was a middle-aged woman with graying hair tied in a tight braid. The other a younger man carrying a heavy silver case etched with Latin prayers. They didn't introduce themselves. They didn't ask for directions. They knew exactly where to go. Evangeline was in her room, eyes closed, lips moving like she was praying or whispering or both. Belle sat upright on the dresser, her cracked porcelain face turned toward the window, watching before the knock even came. The air was heavy with dread. The agents acted quickly. Salt lines were poured. Holy water misted the corners. A relic of Saint Dymphna was placed in Evangeline's palm, which immediately made her scream and convulse until she dropped it. The younger agent opened the silver case and retrieved a black velvet sack lined with rosary beads and tiny crucifixes. But Belle didn't make it easy. The lights burst. The walls shook. The smell of sulfur filled the room. From under the bed came a low, guttural growl that didn't belong to any human. The dresser flew across the room and shattered against the door. The agent stood firm, holding a wooden crucifix, its edges glowing faintly in the dark. Evangeline collapsed just as Belle levitated off the dresser, her limbs twitching like a spider's in death. The doll's mouth opened, not wide, but just enough to let out a dry, crackling hiss. Then her porcelain face cracked straight down the middle. The younger agent lunged forward, stuffing her into the velvet sack and sealing it tight with a snap of the iron clasp. The house fell silent. The agent spoke briefly with Evangeline's mother, assuring her that her daughter would return to herself soon. They left no contact information, no papers to sign. The only trace of their visit was a scorched ring on the floor of Evangeline's room and a soft knocking sound that could be heard inside the case, even as they carried it back to the van. Annabelle was contained, but not destroyed. Back in Connecticut, the case was resealed with blessed glass, the sigils reinscribed with fresh ink. She was returned to her locked chamber deep within the Warren Occult Museum's basement, where a priest would now bless the room weekly. But staff began to whisper. The sigils would smear overnight. The temperature would drop in just that one room. Visitors to the museum reported hearing giggling, faint, childish, and just behind them. And in the security footage from the Louisiana recovery, a single-frame glitch was found. For just 1 second, in the corner of the bedroom mirror, the doll wasn't looking out the window. She was looking straight at the camera and smiling. The end. Or so we hope.